starting to sound like Donald Trump now. Maybe, perhaps, some people have told me, vote for me, TikTok creator of the year. I can't press any nuclear buttons. Anyway, the point I'm making is, get back to give without take. Help someone, even if it's for 4 minutes, as I said before, without anything back. You watch what happens. You will sleep better at night. You will feel good. Because we've been sold a transactional world where everything is about what you get back if you do something. And here's the crazy thing. I actually have a theory that was invented by the tax man 100 years ago. The tax man said, how can we trace everything that happens between two humans? If you make everything a transaction, the only one that wins is the tax man. If you help someone today, you're basically saving 40% tax if you help them for free. And here's the crazy thing. If you help someone for free today, then just maybe when you need help, there'll be someone there for you. Maybe someone you can't afford right now. But suddenly, everyone will be able to afford to help everybody. Because it's not always about money. Despite what the system has told you and wants you to buy a washing machine and buy a car and buy a house you don't fucking need, and start thinking about what you actually need, which is community. To commit to something with purpose, because the purpose of life is a life with purpose. And to change back to our natural state of helping each other in every way we can. In any way we can. Thanks for listening, guys, and I can take a few questions perhaps. So I've done this mistake. I've started loads of businesses. I've started 19 companies in total, right? And in the early days, I started businesses that didn't have the same purpose. And I would have one company that was a magazine business, another was a cafe business, another was an agency, and they were all wonderful businesses, but they didn't have the same purpose. So I had to sell one, I got someone else to run another, and I survived the experience of doing many things at once. But I personally, and I'm quite experienced in business, I'm incapable of making a business work unless I focus on one thing at a time. Now you can look at those 10 things if they all have the same purpose and say which one first. And so for me 5 years ago I said which one first? Well, I'll do social media first. And then I'll buy a staircase in Twickenham and put a doorbell on the bottom of it. And then I'll start a website that competes with LinkedIn to help people. Right? Step by step. Okay? So maybe think about it in that context. If it's the same purpose, then you can start one first, make it make money. For businesses that do good and are for profit are the future. Charity business models, I give money to charity, but honestly they're flawed many times because you can't pay people really well. Like Google paid one engineer last year $14 million. If that's a charity, they're getting into trouble, right? So they're not allowed to do it. So I want to build businesses that are for profit, that do good with the profit. Right? That's the future of business. So again, if your business don't have the same purpose, you can do them all but one first. And ideally, the first one you do, make lots of money. Because if it makes lots of money, you can fund the other things that you want to do. What do you want to do first? Like, what has to happen? Right? I don't know your financial situation, but if you can afford to do one and build it up, then do it. But if your financial situation is, you need to get rid of that shit job, then build a business that's going to make money first. I don't care if it's cleaning cars. Car washing business, you know, doesn't matter what it is.
I used to have a company called Hot Wax actually.
There you go, I'm also, okay. I'm definitely not visiting their website, I believe you.
It was a car washing company.
Of course it was, of course it was. The point I'm making is, pick something you're passionate about. A lot of people don't agree with me on this, okay? A lot of very successful people don't agree with me on this either, right? I think purpose is the key to it all, and there's so many people saying, no, fill a market gap. But my experience, if you just fill a market gap, is you run out of steam. Whereas if you're solving a problem, see at school they ask you the wrong question, right? They ask, what do you want to do when you grow up? Because that pigeonholes you into a job. I'm going to be an accountant, I'm going to be a lawyer, what should be asked in school, if I get my way, it'll be what problem do you want to solve in the world? Right? So if you're solving the problem, there's no way you're not going to get up and do it every day. Right? And the only way you can stop is if you either do it or someone else beats you to it. I do actually genuinely want the book to get in the hands of kids before they go to university. Because university feels like the only route for young people now, and they're a bit stuck thinking, and they get trapped in a system that involves debt and then having to get a job at the end of that university cycle. I want kids to read this book to know there's other options. There's other options, which include starting your own business or working for someone that's starting a business and getting equity in it. Right? There's other options. For young people in particular, that's when they can afford to take risks. And university's got a grip on our young people, and it needs to be broken. They're a massive business that will probably take me out, and if they do, it's all their fault. All right, just so you're supposed to laugh at that. They're not going to take me out, probably. But I want kids to read my book before they go to university, before they make that life-changing decision to get into debt, and have their first experience of money being debt. We can't just get up every day for money. It's not real. Money is fake. What's real is helping someone in your own way, in whatever way. It doesn't have to be a lofty thing. It can be something that's personal to you. You know, like I interviewed a lollipop lady the other day. You know, like she loves her job. She's making sure kids are safe. It doesn't have to be dramatic. It just has to be purposeful. That's my worry about AI, by the way. We need to get people to feel purpose in their soul, because AI will never take that away from us. Purpose is what's going to power us through the next tech evolution, right? Have purpose. Otherwise, it's COVID, folks. Stuck at home while AI does everything for us, right? Have a purpose. You have it, find it, lean into it. If you can't find it, go work with someone that's got it, because it's infectious. You'll see it in their eyes. You'll hear it in their very annoying voice.
If you enjoyed the content, please follow, as I'll be posting more motivational videos tomorrow from Levi Roots and other business professionals.